made out of gold. She said she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. Gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart.
So think about this question real quick. Would you rather have more sleep, more energy, or more time alone? I know you're asking, Michelle, why can I only pick one? But just think about it for a minute while we get started. So in today's video, you guys saw it. I'm gonna clean up this house and I've just had my caffeine, so we are gonna do it with lots of energy. I'm gonna make some breakfast, some avocado toast, and I do admit it doesn't look that pretty, but it is really good. I'll pop in my Nespresso. I will add some organic almond milk to it because if you saw in a previous video, I did this whole food sensitivity test. It said I was sensitive to everything in the world. Not really, but I was sensitive to dairy, so I switched from regular milk to almond milk. And one thing I did try that I do not like is the almond whipped cream, so I'm just sacrificing a little bit and just putting regular whipped cream on here. But if you have thought about what you would rather have more of, then leave me what you picked down in the comments below. If you can't already tell, mine would be more energy. I feel more alive, more positive, more purposeful when I have lots of energy, and my goal in today's video is to get you to create your own energy and also pass a little bit of my energy on to you. Today's video is also special because it's a collaboration with my fellow Texas friend here on YouTube, Ashley Forbes. Ashley is an amazing mom of 4 kids with what seems to be an endless amount of energy to tackle all of the daily real life messes. She does cleaning and organizing, decluttering, and all types of motivation. Not only does she have a special cleaning channel, she also has a vlog channel where you can follow along on her everyday life. She is the sweetest person, and not only that, her videos are just authentic and just real life, what it's like to manage a home with 4 kids. So after this video, go ahead and look in my description. I have the link to her video. Be sure to check her out, subscribe, let her know I sent you. You guys will love her. And if you're here from Ashley's video, let me know in the comments below. If this is your first time to ever click on one of my videos, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Michelle. I'm a mom of 3 kids, 5 and under. I know that it's obvious from the title that I clean my house on YouTube, but I promise this channel is so much more than that. I am a work from home mom juggling so many different things. And at one point, I just prayed that I could get through every single day just surviving. But now I just feel like I'm thriving. Taking away the pressure of having a perfect life, having a perfect house, having the most perfect morning routine, I just throw all of that in the trash. I know some of you are gasping, but I promise you, having that weight lifted off and just doing your own thing just makes you feel so much happier. So with that said, I am all about empowering women to be the best versions of themselves. That doesn't mean having a perfect house. That doesn't mean having the perfect cleaning routine. That doesn't mean having the best formulas to clean your house. Yes, that's all helpful and everything, but just being able to be present and happy and focusing on the things that matter, help you feel better and be a better person and have more energy to get all the things done that you need to.
I was knocked down, heard the countdown through the haze, in the face of defeat, yeah. I was ruled out with no bailout, on my own, all alone, left to bleed out. But I rose up from the ground, just like I was spellbound. All the odds were against me, so I picked up the pace, and now I'm in the race. Give me some space.
So I was pulling out the dishwasher pods, and I don't know why, but they're all stuck together, and they're also all soapy. Like, I know my hands are wet, but they were already all soapy. Anyway, I put the pod in where the silverware goes, because when we first moved into this house, the appliance installer, I don't know what he was like fixing the dishwasher. I think there was something wrong with it, and he said that a lot of times it gets stuck in the little thing, like when you do the washer, it gets stuck in the little compartment. So just to not put it in the compartment, and I don't know if it was just this brand, but ever since then I stopped putting them in the compartment, and I just put it with all of the silverware. But one thing I did want to ask y'all is, do you rinse off your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher? I ask this because sometimes when we have friends come over, or like we're hosting an event or something, there will be some of our friends who are really nice, and they'll start putting the dishes in the dishwasher. And on a couple of occasions, they have like not rinsed off the dishes and then just put them straight in the dishwasher. And I always wonder why. Do you not rinse them off? I always rinse off our dishes. I think because I just don't trust that the dishwasher is going to clean everything. And I know a lot of you guys don't have dishwashers because you've told me. But anyway, long story short, let me know in the comments, do you rinse off your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher, or do you put them in dirty and then it cleans everything? And if you do that, what dishwasher pod do you use? This is a bottle sanitizer, so I'll rinse off the bottles, rinse them off with soap a little bit, and then I will put them in the sanitizer. So that's just a cap to a bottle, totally fill down to the garbage disposal. And for some reason, I have a fear of sticking my hand down there. That's kind of traumatizing watching it back, but I'm always scared it's going to turn on and it's just going to, you know what I mean. All right, next I'm moving on to the stove. I am going to use the pink stuff today to clean off the stove. Sometimes I use the pink stuff, sometimes I just use like dish soap, but the pink stuff tends to work really well.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some. Feel your body losing up the tension. Baby, did I mention I'll be here for you? And my body show you new dimensions. Baby, did I mention this is what I do? Let it go, lose control like you're on a ride. Let me free your mind. Let me free your mind. Give it up.
So I am in the process of working on decluttering our kitchen area. So I'm going through all of the cabinets, all of the upper cabinets, all of the drawers, going back through those, and then all of the lower cabinets. I ordered these, what are they, like pull-out shelves, and I need Chris to install those. So I'm going to try and declutter that whole part, and then have him install the sliding shelves, I guess you can call them. We still have them in the box. We haven't opened them yet because I just pack on the projects and before we're ready to officially handle them all. But I think for our kitchen, I have finally come up with a way that I have organized it to where it actually works and functions the way that we need it to. If you do follow me on Instagram, Michelle O'Malley 711, then you probably have seen a sneak peek into some of the cabinets. But that will be over the course of several videos, and it will be super helpful because this is probably my second to third time reorganizing everything. And I can just tell you what hasn't worked for me, like as a newbie organizer, going from like complete clutter to trying to buy the bins and everything to trying to create some sort of functionality to it. And then every time I go back, I just get a little bit better and better. They say organizing is about the systems that you create so that you can maintain it, but it's hard when you don't know what your systems are. And when your systems are all over the place to begin with, how do you get a system that works for you? So for me, it's taken a little while to get it down, but I am really happy with how all that turned out. I mean, so far, I'm not completely done with it yet.
Want to keep it nice and clean, not freak out and cause a scene. I try to hold it together, keep it together, not sure who I really am.
All right, time to pull out the big wig, the green machine, because our carpet has stains all over it. Who knows where they come from? I know where they come from. They come from our kids, but that's okay. I have just accepted that this is where I'm at in my life, and I'm just going to figure out how to clean it up. So I hope that this works. So I'm just going to put a little cap of the solution that it came with into this green machine. It's like a shampooer, but it's like smaller, so you don't have to like carry your big shampooer around if you have one. And then you just plug it in, you fill it up with water, you just plug it in, turn it on, and then spray it. So I do know what this is. No. It's either Play-Doh or slime. I don't remember. I think I remember the slime being pink. Then this must be Play-Doh. So the thing is that this Play-Doh is stuck on the carpet. Do I let my kids like run around with Play-Doh all over the carpet? Of course not. But do I like follow them around and look at every single thing they do? I don't do that either. So things get in places where they're not supposed to, and I'm just going to be reactive instead of proactive about it by cleaning up using this little guy. I'm kind of surprised, but it did get all of the Play-Doh out. I thought since some of the Play-Doh was like dried to it, I was worried that it wouldn't come out. Now this pink stuff I think is the slime. So I'm going to also use this and just hope that it all comes out.
Crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on. I'm not gonna need that song. Hit Come with me. I'm gonna get this party lit. Come with me. Let's do something we'll regret.
Come with me. I'm gonna get this party lit. Come with me. Let's do something we'll regret.
So I'm happy to say that all the slime did come out. And since I already have this guy out, then I figure I might as well just do the side of the couch. The cushions on our couch come off, so I usually just wash those in the washing machines, but the sides, obviously this part doesn't come out, and it is pretty bad. If I like zoomed in and showed you guys, it's kind of bad, but it's almost like the couch was resistant to water. But anyway, just doing that little section, this is what came out of it. And I know that most people will be like, oh, that's so disgusting. I'm like, yes, look how much it got out. That's perfect. If the water was clean, I'd be mad. I would tell you right now, I would be mad because I'm like, what a waste of time. I cleaned up a clean area, and that's not what I want.
I got this weight on my shoulders, slowing me down. I don't know how it came about. And while the world is spinning faster every night, I feel I'm stuck in reverse somehow. But it ain't no one's.
All right, so it's a new day. I'm moving up to the playroom. I'm going to focus on this area today. And over the weekend, we had a sleepover. My sister and my niece came over, and the girls had a sleepover here. So I'm going to pick up everything today. One thing that I have really given up is perfecting the organization of this playroom. If I want my kids to help me, then my expectation of the way that they can organize is different from the way that I can organize. So, as much as I hated like things just going into a bin, like where, I have the necklaces over here, but now the necklaces are just thrown in this bin. I'm kind of to the point right now where I just don't care. It's just, as long as it's all picked up and somewhat in a relatively close area where it's supposed to be, then I'm okay. I don't need to organize it to perfection. It's not worth it. The kids play up here every single day, and it is what it is, at least for now. All right, so going back to the topic of creating energy, I listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks and like hundreds, if not thousands of hours. I'm obsessed with it, if you don't already know that. But I was listening to this short form. It was a TikTok that Tony Robbins had, and it was about creating energy. Now, in my mind, I'm going, I already know how to create energy. You have to be able to sleep through the night. I don't sleep through the night. My baby still wakes up sometimes throughout the night. I have small kids. Of course, I can't sleep enough. So, of course, I don't have energy. And then eating right. Of course, I had chocolate last night. So, I'm not going to be as energetic. I'm going to be sluggish. And I think that energy is all about like what I'm eating and how I'm sleeping at night and how much sunlight I'm getting and all of these things. But then he put it into this perfect perspective. And I was kind of shocked about how true this was. And the funny thing is it had nothing to do with anything that I thought had to do with it. It's like a 40-second TikTok clip, and what he says in this 40 seconds is super empowering. He says energy does not come from food or sleep. It comes from within. It comes from having a mission, having something that you're being pulled by, not something that you're pushing on. There are two types of motivation: something that you push yourself to do, but you can only push yourself so far, and something that you're being pulled to do. Something that's greater than yourself and something that excites you. And most people have never dreamed of this type of energy. And we all have it, but we don't usually connect and unleash it. And I had to think about this for a second because I'm sitting here playing victim mentality, saying I just have all these kids. I'm so tired all the time. I just don't have the energy to get up and do the things that are necessary to do. So I had to think about this for a minute. And in one of my videos a while back, I talked about trusting your gut feeling. And I just watched The Bachelor. I don't know when this video will be posted, but I watched The Bachelor, and when they picked the final person, the girl Gabby who didn't get picked, she just kept saying, I knew it in my gut. I knew it in my gut he wasn't going to pick me, but I hoped it was wrong. So I think about like, how do I know where the energy is pulling me, what direction it is? And I just think back to like knowing your gut feeling, like your gut is what's going to pull you to a certain energy or a certain purpose or a certain thing or decision that is going to eventually unleash this energy that Tony Robbins describes. So all that to say, whatever direction you are trying to move forward, whatever energy you're trying to find, look back, trust your gut. Where is your gut pulling you? And lean into that, because that will unleash the energy.
I feel the touch of your hand. Love you with all of my heart. Makes me tremble within. Love the smell of your hair. I'm here in my bed. Without your love, I am out of place. And without you, I am just a trace. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. I wanna be with you always, always, 'cause that
we are, 4 months into the year? If you downloaded my Goal Getter Guide, which helps you set realistic and attainable goals, then I want you to take a step back and see where you're at with your goals. So I know for me, I've hit 2 of my goals I'm really proud of. And also taking a look back, it is the 1-year anniversary where Chris left his corporate job to pursue entrepreneurship, pursue his own landscaping company. And I mention this because one of our goals for 2023 was to try new things, like get out of our normal funk and our normal routine and our day-to-day life, which, I mean, we love and we enjoy, but sometimes you can get like too trapped on that mouse wheel where you're just like, you can't get off. But one of our things was to like try new things. And I would say he has taken an interest in golf, which is really cool. I mean, I don't like him leaving and going golfing, but we both like started to, on the weekends, go and play putt-putt golf. And he bought some clubs. He's going to try and go golfing during the week now, since I wouldn't say he has like a whole lot of free time, but with this opportunity, there's a lot more freedom to be able to do as you please. So I'm starting to like find an interest in it too. And we watched that Netflix show. What is it called? Top Swing? Something like that. And it talks about all of the pro golfers, which I used to think golf was the most boring sport ever. And now that I don't know, I just decided to like stop thinking that way and take an interest in it. And it's actually a really interesting sport. But I've always been curious, what are some of y'all's outside hobbies? I know here we always talk about lots of cleaning and organizing and mindset, but let's like just have fun. What do you guys like to do? Do you like to golf? Do you like to like go to the beach? Or like what are some of your side hobbies? Maybe I can get some ideas as well to try new things.
Small town, big crowd, and there you were in front of me. Small talk, big thoughts, all we wanted was to escape. This sounds too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen. Take my hand and follow me. Baby, we're leaving at midnight. It's time for a change, let's get out of here. We'll never look back, this is our time. We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight.
I need to go through all of these clothes again, although I feel like I go through these clothes all the time and declutter. What's different about this time around is because Rye is for sure our last baby, as he grows out of things, I can start to really like declutter. Whereas before I would just save everything knowing that in case we wanted more, or, you know, whatever were to happen. But now our heart just feels like we're done and we are complete and everything is just the way it should be. But also it's really bittersweet because, you know, those are like, you have an emotional connection with these things because these are things that your baby used and you're never going to need them again, which I know it's like other people can use them but it's just, I don't know if any of you guys feel this way about if you are on your last baby or like when you had to get rid of all of the rest of your baby stuff. It's just like emotional, but it's also like, I don't have room for this. And you're just ready to accept the next chapter.
We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight. We're leaving at midnight.
So clearly I'm having trouble making this bed. I'm watching this back and I'm like, what am I doing? So I guess I keep putting the sheet on wrong. But that being said, these are bamboo sheets, and bamboo sheets are by far the softest bed sheets ever. We just got these on Amazon. We have the Carolua bamboo sheets. Not sponsored or anything. I just really like bamboo bed sheets. So that's what these are. And then of course they have, that's a little bumper. So like if you're transitioning from a crib to a toddler bed or whatever, we had to transition Sailor really early, like right before she turned 2, out of a crib. And then we had like a guardrail up on her previous bed. And then now the girls share this bunk bed, but they both sleep on the bottom bunk. And Savannah, my 3-year-old, she's a wild child. She flips around and sleeps very all over the place. So I just have that bumper there so that she doesn't fall over and hit her head. I bet you didn't think making a bed was hard until you have to make the top bunk of a bunk bed. I had bunk beds growing up. I was the youngest, so I had to sleep on the bottom bunk, and I feel like the oldest always gets the top bunk. But yeah, it's a pain to make the top bunk, but I got it eventually. It's not perfect, I don't care, but we tried. But I am just about done for the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you energy to have an amazing rest of your day. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and be sure to go check out Ashley's channel right now. But I will see you guys in my next video.